Hello, and thank you for joining us today on our presentation about mechanical pencils. My name is Tristan Watkins. My group members were John Phillips and Adam Kurtz. Let's begin, shall we? I imagine some of you may be wondering how an entire presentation could be made on a simple subject such as mechanical pencils. The physics behind mechanical pencils is very simple, I must agree, but there are things that go into making a mechanical pencil that make it distinct from other inventions. Today, we will be going through the material science, cost, social outcome, history, drawbacks, and improvements. Lastly, we will be going over the future of mechanical pencils. Like I had mentioned prior, material science will be the first part of the presentation. The shaft is a long tube, either round or hexagonal, maybe rarely octagonal. They require some ratchet system that would allow the lead to come out in some increment and close on it again. The inner tube, one end holding the eraser and the other end holding the mechanical ratchet. There is typically a cap covering the ratchet system. Last, we have the eraser and the clip, with the option of a rubber grip. Now we will dive into the working principles of a mechanical pencil. As you can see on this page, there is a YouTube link to a video I found online that clearly demonstrates the physics behind the mechanical pencil, making sure to show heavy depth on the ratcheting system at the front of the pencil like we mentioned on the last slide. Currently, we are viewing the pencil from afar. Now, we will begin to zoom in. As you will begin to see, the lead is being pushed forward. The physics behind this is, the eraser on the back end of the pencil is being pressed while the ratcheting system is clamped down on the lead, forcing the lead forward. As the pencil's ratchet system recedes back into the shaft, it clamps down once again, ready for the next push. Like many things in this world, the cost to produce a mechanical pencil can vary, but there are different classes of mechanical pencils that help distinguish the price range. First, you have disposable, second, economy. Thirdly, we have premium, and last is luxury. These pencils are made up by basic components such as plastic, graphite, and eraser, which you can see the price of per pound. Based on the materials needed, you can easily conduct what your price per pencil will be. In addition to the price per pencil as far as materials goes and class, there are other considerations that must be included, such as the cost of transportation, labor, energy, equipment maintenance, government mandated regulations such as taxes, capital such as buying new equipment, and the cost of management and staff. Next, we will move on to the social outcome. The mechanical pencil was a glorious improvement over its relic ancestor, the wooden pencil. Mechanical pencils were innovative in a sharpening sense. By pressing a button, the user is able to vastly increase the duration of writing without having to replace the graphite. Most mechanical pencils come with some sort of gripper which helps reduce the infamous hand cramp, which has plagued wooden pencil users for generations. Before we dive into the history of mechanical pencils, we have to go through the prehistory of its predecessor, the wooden pencil. In the 1500s, pure graphite was discovered in Grey Knotts, England. It remains the only known place with large amounts of solid graphite, so England controlled pencil production for some time. In 1662, thanks to chemistry, graphite sticks were produced from powdered graphite in Germany, ending England's monopoly of pencil production. In 1812, William Monroe manufactured the first American wooden pencil. His partner automated the production and used a hexagonal shape for the protective casing. In 1885, Hyman Littman patented erasers attached at the end of pencils, which he sold to Joseph Reck Fonder for $100,000. In 1875, the U.S. Supreme Court declared the patent invalid. With the prehistory out of the way, we can move on to the actual history of the mechanical pencil. The oldest mechanical pencil was found aboard the HMS Pandora, which sank in 1791. The first patent was filed by Samson Mordaunt and John Isaac in 1822 Britain. Their patent was simply on a refillable pencil, while the first actual mechanical pencil was patented in 1877. The first twist feed pencil was created in 1895, and the first lead size was 0.9 millimeter lead, and this was created in 1938. Now we will move on to the current drawbacks of mechanical pencils. The price. They are much more expensive than their rival competitors, the wooden pencil. Stronger plastics. They often break when too much pressure is applied to them. And the shaping of the housing. With the hexagonal and octagonal shapes, they often roll off of the table if your table is at a slant. After some research, a little determination, and a whole lot of teamwork, my group came up with some ideas we believe would revolutionize the mechanical pencil industry. We would like to be able to remove used erasers. Oftentimes when erasing, the eraser will become dwindled down to a point where it is no longer removable from the housing. Greater girth. For men with larger hands such as myself, using a pencil with a small girth will create a hand cramp. Third, an easier way to insert graphite. Whenever an eraser is dwindled down to the point where it is no longer removable, oftentimes you can no longer insert graphite. While we're talking about graphite, let's talk about the breaking and housing effect. When a pencil is rattled too much, the graphite inside of the housing will often break. Also, mechanical pencils, like we mentioned, roll off of tables. A different shape may change this effect, such as triangular, rectangular, or simply square. A design similar to the ring pen, as seen on the right, would also reduce hand cramps and improve the fluidity of the writer. Now, the science behind the ring pen. We will be focusing on the center of gravity and point of support in the picture on the left. Because the center of gravity coincides with the point of support, this pen writes in a stable manner with minimal effort applied. Moving on to the right picture, as you can see, the ring pen support is at the green arrow. The fingers and muscles are relaxed. Today there is a company that is revolutionizing the world of mechanical pencils. The company is known as UNI-Mitsubishi Pencil. The company has been around since 1887 producing wooden pencils, but it was not until after World War II that they adopted the company name. They started creating pens in 1966, and in 2009 they created the new innovative mechanical pencil, which we will show shortly. The name of this innovative pencil is the Kuru Toga. The link on this page will take you to the YouTube video that I am about to play in my video.